Hello, welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. Fuck's sake.
Why bother? Why bother with it all? What's the point? I get so much abuse on here. Yeah. Well, it's my own fault, I suppose. Isn't it, really? Oh. That's what happens when you get yourself better if you lead a quiet life. That's gone. The option to have a quiet life is gone. There might not even be much to look at, who knows? Channel update. God. I should do some clangers like. Oh, right. Get in there. Eventually we'll get this lot changed and have a change, but I'm sort of slowly trying to get everything sorted out, you know. Sort of. There might not be anything. Let's have a look. See. I don't know. I mean, I took the option to the guy that was getting abusive last night and actually threatened me with violence, which is not the first time that's happened. I don't know what happens to people. They just seem to. I think what happens in that, like last night, I was actually winding them up, you know, by giving him the time of day, and because he was a horrible person, there's only one. The only thing you can do is just delete idiots like this. But this is anonymous as well. That's the thing about this guy. You know, he can go on there, and that's all you've got to go on. But I just what I did is I deleted his latest comments, which is another form of censorship, because he's been abusive. You know, so I reported the one where he was threatening to like hit me over the head with a pole or some fucking thing. I mean, what a stupid thing to say to somebody, you know. Absolutely stupid. Just totally negative. All about this. I've left it up. I'm not sure why. I haven't left all of it up. I left some of it up. Anyway, let's have a see what it is. Oh, there's some. This guy's usually alright. I know a few killers. Right. Yeah, it's maybe not. I was talking about the murderers that I've known in my life. Or came across. I think it's when you come across... I was talking about it in that one there. There's been a murder or two, like Emily Motorway on. I think it's better if you avoid murderers, yeah. And if you know them, you know, and that's the sort of, it's a path that they've taken. I think that, you know, I don't think they can really go over that, can they? I'm not sure you can really get over that if you've done that. You know, how can you be forgiven or something, or you know, maybe. I mean, there's if I knew any boys, I'd try help my units. Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, it's like you can't do that. You know, it's talking about broken relationships. I suppose it's my space and I can talk about what I like, you know. You can't mend them, you know. The only people who can mend them are, well, them, really. My door is open. I mean, John DeLorean said that about his filing cabinets. Gen up. Oh, right, genuine up. Sorry, I was trying to wonder what gen up meant. You know, you can't. It's kind of gone, you know, and that's just the way it is, you know. The reason in my situation is that it's never going to work is because the women don't want it to. So that's how women have a lot more power in society than the feminist argument is that they don't, but that's nonsense. They have a lot of power in society, and they keep families together, and if you're rejected from it, they'll keep it together, but you won't be in it. So that's what's happened in my case, and that includes my sister and both my exes, because when your marriage breaks up or breaks down, and it's not together, then they will do everything. They hate you, and they will do everything to keep you away from the children, and that's what they do, and that's what's happened to me. And they do not want you having a relationship with the children. For the most part, that's what happens, and that's why men and women have to sort of have a relationship or agreement and have it working, keep it working. The problem is that people suffer from that, and it's not only the rejected person, that would be me. It's not only me that suffers, the children suffer as well, and so, well, the mothers do as well, but they just move on to somebody else. But there's a lot of ramifications for broken marriages and complications that can start to affect people in older life. Now, the other thing about it, the benefit for me, there is always benefits. There's losses and benefits. The benefits is I'm extremely don't want to overshare here, but I'm being away from them means that I have a more comfortable life, put it that way, and I'm able to do things without interference, which is what I would normally. I certainly wouldn't live where I live if I was with them. I'd be in a council house. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, unless you marry a woman that's on the competence hierarchy, you know, but in that you have to be high in the competence hierarchy yourself, because you have to be more competent than they are. It's producing wealth to have a better lifestyle. They don't like it if they are the ones that's earning the money and you're not. So you sort of get what you deserve. That's how it works. Also, in my case, I'm not unusual. There's a lot of people like me. You know, it's just the way it goes, and it's a battle that I would never win. It's geared up totally against me. The problem with my sons in particular, they've got to man up and come and see me and realise that I'm actually an alright person. I'm not what's portrayed, and I'm a bit odd, a bit weird, yeah, and get used to that fact. But that's too much of a jump for them. I was actually told by my second son, he was actually terrified of what his mother would do if she found out that he was talking to me. I mean, that's so really basically that sums it up. That is what it's all about. It's all about her needs, what she wants, her feelings. Everything's about her, and that's why our Western civilization's collapsing. Because numpties like that shouldn't have a voice. They should just get on with it and shut up. Go and do the housework, you know. They can't compete in a man's world, and they think they can control it and say what happens and what goes on. So that is manifest in the 20 miles per hour zones. When you've got, I had this idiot yesterday. Where was it? Going on about. I thought he was a woman. It's actually a man. He was going on about. He was talking about the limits, and he was only talking about one tiny part of it, which made the decision that they should go ahead. And that is feelings and fear. Fear of getting run down by a car that's going over 20 miles per hour. You know, and that's the sort of decisions that daft women are making. That's how the Roman Empire fell. You know, because there was no Romans in it, in the Senate, or whatever it was. And now we've got Pillix in the Senate. So I'll maybe quickly go over that one. Where is it? This Julian Collier, what an absolute arsehole. You know, I mean, basically, Absolutely. So well done for making our roads. So this idiots in Airth, Falkirk Council. You know, Wales is getting rid of the 20 miles per hour zones. A new 20 miles per hour speed limit pilot will be in place in Airth. So it's a scam. These are scammers. These lot there, scammers. That one. That's the SNP guy, Paul Gardner. I think his name is, or is it Gardner? Paul Gardner. Him. Absolute disgrace. And him, he should know better. Idiot, right? They're idiots, right? I mean, they've managed to avoid the 20 miles per hour zones in Falkirk, and now they're sort of behind Scotland and England and Wales, and they've been behind, and now they're going to start doing it when they're starting to undo them everywhere else. I mean, it is the first community in the Falkirk Council to be benefit. It's not going to benefit. That's not a benefit from our twits. These are corrupt. These people are corrupt. The 20 miles of speed limit, which aims to create safer and healthier places. Well, it's not going to do that. The evidence is totally against that. So this idiot here, well done for making our roads safer, especially for the elderly, disabled and young ones. Slower speeds in urban areas are a game changer for crossing roads and help people to cross with confidence and safety. So that says to them, you're spreading false information. As you've been proven, there is no increase in safety. They won't increase safety. They will increase your journey times, increase business costs, make it hard to live, work and prosper in Scotland. You're very much ill-informed with no evidence to back up your claims other than the political dogma. There is plenty of evidence that slower speeds in urban environments are safer for all road users, especially for vulnerable road users, except it doesn't give me any of it. I says, you have no evidence. I says to him, I actually thought this was a woman at first, actually. This is why you are incapable of making decisions you shouldn't be allowed to. Fairness for everyone, ability to see and understand the bigger picture is vitally important, which is what you are not doing. This waste of public money is purely political, nothing more. You are massively undereducated on this matter, and that is slightly harsh, but it's true. He hasn't presented any information other than he believes it's safer to be run down at 20 miles per hour than 30. That's all he has here. You know, but then, you know, why don't we just do away with cars? That's what he actually wants. So this guy is a total NIMBY, right? Sitting there, a total NIMBY. He doesn't engage in commerce. He's probably getting money from the government for doing nothing. Look at him. Julian Collier. Absolute NIMBY. He doesn't really put much of a case up. He's just sort of backed down. I'd be totally embarrassed with him, actually. Studied at Open University, UK. What the hell does that mean? Open University? Wearing a kilt and everything, eh? Jesus. What a fanny. Absolute fanny. What the hell's all that? Yeah, no, it's not great. You're a disgrace. You're an absolute disgrace to your fellow country people. Absolute disgrace. You haven't a clue what you're doing. You're fucking up supporting something that's screwing up our business. It really is. It's purely political, nothing more. The evidence is there. I've put some evidence up. There's some of it there. The test, they did a thing in Belfast. There's minimal. It doesn't prove anything. It really doesn't do anything. Majority of people ignore it anyway. So it was known to increase pollution. It was known to. There's no benefits from it. And they just come away with nonsense. You know, at the end of the day, this is green communism. This is what this is. They want us out of our cars and stuck at home. You know, being a serf. You know, you won't have the ability to get. There's another one we should. Australia could start going back up by the end of this year. So there's been a massive public outrage for the most signed petition on its website. It's climate change minister. I mean, that's made up nonsense. See, that'll happen in Scotland as well. I mean, we'll post that one on too. I mean, that's appalling what they've done in that's absolutely appalling what they've done there. They are absolute. Actually, really, I just think it's appalling. That should not have happened. He's behind the curve. You're finished, pal. SNP and the Greens. With any luck, we'll never hear from him again, but obviously that's not going to happen. But you're way late with this. You'd be better shutting your gob and just collect your pension. You know, go and retire. And you know. And them lot, you're capitulating to this crap. These are spineless men. That man there, and I don't know. I know who that is, and I know who that is. Spineless men. Cyclists. So they're making the decision for a minority. You know, the majority of people will definitely vote against that. It would be something like, if there was a vote, it would be something like 70. It would be 70% against it or something, or 75. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants 20 miles per hour limits zones. We've got them already. We have them out. They have them at Airth. They have them outside. They have them outside schools. That is what we should have outside schools. You know, or I don't know, is it hospitals as well? That is absolutely appropriate, and that's what we've got. We don't need this. You are making a big mistake, and you should pay for it. They should pay for it. They should be personally liable for reinstating it, the cost of it. But they aren't. That's the problem with short-term political gains. The SNP political move for a minority. The whole thing's getting rolled back. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that is getting rolled back is not what we want to have rolled back, which is the a lot of stupid stuff. They're going on about stuff that doesn't really matter that much. You know, like the gender stuff and everything. Well, they're rolling back in the transgender stuff. I mean, a lot of it was quite lunatic anyway, but I noticed that they're doing that, and that it's not really much substance to that. So it's like, oh, you know, and it's like, well, what are you doing? Oh, well, it's safe spaces. Well, what? You know, women are equal, so why do they have safe spaces? You know, it's like, why do women need special treatment when they're equal? They shouldn't need it. They're equal. So all this is getting, we're keeping men out of women's spaces. You know, like what is that? Where? The toilet? What else? Hospital? You know. Basically, what I do in my life is just try and live a quiet life and avoid weirdos and nutters. You know, if I have to go to hospital, you know, it could like that. I think can benefit you. You know, it could be something like, you're not allowed in a ward, and that's great. That means you wouldn't have to put up with a lot of annoying people. You get a room of your own. You know, so things like that can like work. It's the sort of thing that can work against somebody. They could go, oh, I don't want him in this ward. And then they go, oh well, we'll give you this luxury room of your own with a telly in it. You know, and so it's like, and then they'll go, oh wow, why does he get this special room? You know what I mean? So it's like some of these things can work strangely. The toilets, what I do is I just go to the toilet. I don't speak to anybody. I just go and pee in the toilet. I have been since I've transitioned. I think it's inappropriate for me to go to a gents' toilet. And so anybody wants to do something about that, well, it's up to them, you know. It's actually quite silly, really, you know. I mean, I've never had any trouble in toilets. Go there, do a pee, wash your hands, look in the mirror, leave. You know, that's all you do. I mean, there's no laws about toilets in the UK, and there's some of them that are sort of like, what is it, what do you call it again? Unisex toilets, you know, where everybody goes into the same toilet. So I think a lot of people are a lot of the women are freaking out. They want all the advances, but they don't want to give up that power they've got, you know, it's like hanging on to that form of power. Anyway, I'm rambling on here, so thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and object to 20 zones, because they're actually unlawful. I'm not even sure if they can enforce them. These guys are an absolute disgrace, they really are. Absolute disgrace. Total waste of money, waste of time, all for nothing. And they're way beyond the curve. They had a chance to avoid that, and then they had to bring that in when Wales was getting rid of it. Ridiculous. Ridiculous fools. And this is what happens when you get NIMBYs, like my second cousin. Going about it, don't have any spine. My brother's like that too. No spine. They just agree with all that shit. They go on about things that they can't do nothing about, and that makes them look good. You know, like Fidel Castro or something. Revolutions and stuff. But really, they're middle class NIMBYs. Thanks for watching. Bye!